towards other veterans. I'm tired of the vet on vet hate because their father's a fraud. Everything he did was a lie. It starts to get to me to hear it's all fake, it's all made up, and I'm a fraud. There is a time to stand up to bullies in everyone's life, and this is just my time, again, to go find a bully and win.
I really am trying to cover other topics, but every time it's a couple days, we find out more about the lawsuit of Robert O'Neill, the former Navy SEAL, versus Brent Tucker and Tyler Hoover over on Antihero Podcast, aka Tier 1 Podcast, aka Jimmy as well. I forgot to add him. We love Jimmy on the channel. Jimmy's like a fan of the channel.
Pimply faced former Navy guys who make their living on TMZ for the Bro vets, then yeah, you're going to look for your drama. So
that hurt my feelings.
We love Jimmy. But there are some very crazy things where, let's go through this. We're going to talk about the lawyers that are currently on the case. We're going to talk about a begging situation, maybe. I don't want to be too official with that one. And then lastly, some of the words that have been used against Brent Tucker in regards to his podcast and some of the things he said, as it looks like this has made some of the more mainstream media with older heads such as Bill O'Reilly. So first off, let's get to the nitty gritty. Is Brent Tucker begging to have his legal fees paid for by you, the viewer and subscribers of his channel? Maybe so. Not really sure. That's because I'm seeing over here on a GoFundMe where it says support Brent Tucker's legal defense. Now, it does say Tier 1 Podcast, Brent Legal Battle Support, supporting Brent Tucker in his legal battle from Rob O'Neill, which is spelled incorrectly, for $25 million lawsuit to cover his lawyer fees and to keep defending the truth. Now, currently their goal is $8,000 with 46 donations and $3,300 raised so far. Now, I say I can't say this is Rob O'Neill because I'm like, it looks like the person that created this was somebody by the name of Shayla Casano. Now, a simple Google search of this person does show somebody that I might think would be the person we're talking about. And that's because on LinkedIn, it looks like this is Shayla Casano, if it is, owner of Elite Nursing Services located in Florida and a disability claims consultant, which I'm like, maybe that would be it because Brent, we know, is a Florida guy. And we also know she deals with veterans and disability claims and all that stuff. So I can't confirm that Brent Tucker was behind this GoFundMe, but it looks like he will be accepting any kind of charitable donations for this GoFundMe. Next, we're going to get into the lawyers that are from this case because that $8,000 is not going to go very far. So I don't know if Shayla Casano is just thinking this is how much a court case would cost for a defamation lawsuit because we have some big hitters in the ring. Now, I've talked about this gentleman often because he covers military cases and things like that, but that is the Timothy Parlatore, which is on the side of Brent Tucker, which is also close to the situation because it looks like Brent Tucker had Eddie Gallagher on, which obviously was accused of war crimes and then he was acquitted of those charges as Timothy Parlatore being his attorney. So somebody with a lot of recognition. On top of that, we are seeing that Rob O'Neill has his own attorney as well that is located in New York. And that is David Schwartz. Now, if you look at David Schwartz, you might be a little bit of a reminder of who this guy is. Just looking at his Wikipedia, it says that Schwartz was in the Stormy Daniels Trump story. Schwartz acted as Cohen's attorney as representative in the media. And did I forget to mention also Timothy Parlatore was also on counsel at one point for President Trump during the whole allegations of when he was going to court in Florida and all those things. So, I mean, we have heavy hitters where $8,000 is not going to be that. And let's just talk about some basic ballpark figures for the average Joe. Just to give you guys some basic rundown, AI says a defamation case can cost anywhere from $15,000 to over $100,000, with costs increasing for more complex or contested cases that go to trial. They break it down saying that the uncontested is $15,000 to $25,000, contested is $20,000 to $60,000, and cases going to trial are $30,000 to $100,000 or more. So I don't think that Brent Tucker, even though he's saying, I'm ready to come out, which, by the way, watch this clip.
I was told one of my options is, hey, we can probably get this dismissed real easy. So if you want to move to dismiss it, I'm just going to put my cards on the table and tell you what I'm doing. And I said, no, we're not going to I'm absolutely not going to move to dismiss this, because to move to dismiss this would be like, I don't want to go to court. I'm scared of court. I don't have the truth on my side. So that got squashed real quick. We're not going to dismiss this. And if you asked me how this is going to play out, this is a publicity stunt, and Rob is not going to take this to court.
Yeah, he is very confident that they're going to win this case, and he's looking to take this entire thing to trial, does not want to settle. So he, on average, could be paying $20,000+ minus whatever comes from this GoFundMe if he takes that money, is essentially going to be a principal cost of tens of thousands of dollars, even if it's just contested and not trial based. Now, it does appear Rob O'Neill has made his media rounds in this situation, trying to rally up the troops in this situation, because essentially he has gone on some old head media, including Bill O'Reilly with a channel of over 1 million subscribers.
No, we'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Where he has a little interview where Bill O'Reilly has also been known to back Rob O'Neill.
Because a lawsuit has been filed in New York State by a man named Robert O'Neill. Now, if you read my book, Killing the Killers, you know who Robert O'Neill is. He's a former Navy SEAL who is credited with killing Osama bin Laden in the raid on bin Laden's compound, May 2nd, 2011, Pakistan. Okay, we open Killing Killers. It is harrowing what happened in that raid. Robert O'Neill pulled the trigger and ended bin Laden's life. We checked it every way we could possibly check it. It's in the book. We believe it happened.
So they have done research on it. They have found it. And now Rob is saying that due to all the remarks and defamatory speech that's been conducted by Brent Tucker and Tyler Hoover on the Antihero podcast, that it has brought issues into his home life and working professional life.
Towards other veterans, I'm tired of the vet on vet hate. But when my college-age daughter started calling me, having trouble sleeping at night and going to bed crying because their father's a fraud, everything he did was a lie, it starts to get to me. And these are the same girls that one of my daughters was 3 when I left to go after Osama bin Laden. I wasn't allowed to tell her or my family where I was going. I was pretty sure I wasn't coming back. I was saying goodbye to her for the last time. And she ran upstairs, got a Hello Kitty carry-on, put Mr. Elephant and a pillow in it, and said, take me on vacation when you get back. That's enough to live with right there. We did come back and we lived. And then, 14 or however many years later, to hear it's all fake, it's all made up, and I'm a fraud. There is a time to stand up to bullies in everyone's life, and this is just my time, again, to go find the bully and win.
You got guys in your unit. You got the commander, because we checked all that out before we put it in Killing the Killers. This is New York State. It's going to take you years to get this into the courtroom and the lawyer fees and all that.
I've hired a firm to help me out. David Schwartz is helping me out, and we've gone through a lot of research. And I even got you probably talked to Admiral Bill McRaven, who was overall in charge.
We talked
to Barack Obama. I've got a letter that he wrote from him, and I had to tell him as well, I don't want to do this. I would appreciate a letter. And he obviously said, well, of course I'll help you. And I said, what do I owe you? And he said, you already did it. And that's something about the nobility.
No, you're going to win. It's just going to take forever. And then this is New York State.
Now, if I wanted to make sure I was on the up and up, I might consider Valhalla VFT, a.k.a. Nate Cornholio, and his father for representation.
I give the best oral. Nobody knows how good of dick I suck. Okay? Nobody knows. I give the best head.
Oh, man, that was wild.
To understand what is here in the legal sense, because his dad is a lawyer.
Only the down the road you committed defamation law with a fucking person, with a dude that has a master's degree in business administration and business ethics and law, and my dad, who is a fucking lawyer and attorney. Do you think I don't know what defamation is?
But there are 3 main things that are going to have to be proven in this case. The first one is that the statement was false. Now, can we do that? I mean, you got people that are like actual official reports from Admiral McRaven and various others that have done that. I don't know if in the court system that would be enough. The statement had to have been published to a third party, which to YouTube I would say is fair. And lastly, the statement must have harm or damages. So however they can get somebody to calculate that for Rob here, this could be a lot of money. There's a lot of potential that's on the line here. But these are some of the updates. What do you think of this case unfolding with this entire trial possibly coming up? And it might be a long time, so stay tuned, subscribe, all that stuff, because I will cover updates as they do roll out. And as Bill O'Reilly said, this could be several years before we see any conclusion to this. But let me know what you think is going to happen down in the comments below.